Jeff Bezos, the man that we all know as the entrepreneur and the visionary who founded Amazon, the man who is making space exploration more accessible, and of course, one of the richest people on planet Earth. It's hard not to be fascinated by this billionaire, especially when you realize that he's almost completely self-made, plus he started this empire in his garage. But in today's video, we're not here to talk about just how impressive Jeff Bezos' resume is. We're going to get into how Jeff Bezos grew his net worth to around $200 billion as of the filming of this video, and all of the crazy real estate that he's been spending that money on. If you're new to my channel, just a really quick introduction first. My name is Scott. I'm a real estate investor out of Arizona, so here on my channel we talk basically all things real estate. But if you've been here a while, you know the drill. Before we go any further, if really quick you could just do a favor for me by hitting the thumbs up down below for me, that would really help to support my channel. It really should go without saying who Jeff Bezos is, but it's pretty fascinating to me that he is so heavily invested in real estate when he has no real estate education or work experience. So let's get a little bit into his background first. Jeff was born in New Mexico on January 12, 1964, which makes him 57 years old today. His parents divorced when he was only 1 year old, and his mother remarried another 3 years later to Mike Bezos. Mike adopted Jeff shortly after he married Jeff's mother, and by the age of 5, Jeff had his name legally changed to his stepfather's name and officially became Jeff Bezos. Jeff and his family moved around a bit during his upbringing, but he graduated high school in Florida as a valedictorian, and during his high school graduation speech, he actually said that he had dreams of one day colonizing space. He was born a visionary and a genius and went on to earn a 4.2 GPA at Princeton University after studying electrical engineering and computer science. From when Jeff graduated college in 1986 to when he founded Amazon in 1994, he worked a few random jobs in the hedge fund and banking industry. July 5th, 1994 marks when Jeff left his last company, D.E. Shaw, and founded Amazon literally out of his garage. The original name for Amazon was actually Cadabra, but he changed it to Amazon mainly because Amazon starts with an A, and he figured that it would show at the top of web listings that were alphabetized. Anyways, the original Amazon that some of us remember was just an online bookstore, and those early versions back in 1995 look nothing like how Amazon looks today. Amazon had a big equity offering back in 1997, which netted Jeff about $54 million, and by 2003, the Amazon company finally turned its first profit and reported $400 million worth of earnings. Nowadays, the company has a $1 trillion market cap. It is the largest e-commerce search engine, and it has over 214 million active US users per month. Jeff Bezos was listed on the Forbes billionaire list for the first time in 1999 at the age of 35, and by then he was already worth $10.1 billion. By 2017, Forbes had named Jeff the first centibillionaire, which means by then his net worth had soared to over $100 billion. He has always paid himself a base salary of around $80,000 per year, so he's definitely not growing his net worth from his bi-weekly paycheck, that's for sure. The growth of his fortune is incredibly hard to wrap your head around, and it does go up and down a lot due to his many investments and his 10% stake in Amazon stock. But I found a report on Yahoo Finance that's been tracking his net worth over the past couple of years, and it has been growing at a crazy pace. All right, let's take a look at the crazy real estate shopping spree that Jeff Bezos has been on lately. Jeff has been a buy and hold real estate guy for a while now, and back in 2017, a land report actually named him as the 28th largest landowner in the United States. He has an estimated $500 million worth of real estate spread out all over the country, and I found a New York Post report that sums it all up really nicely, so let's just take a look at that together. All right, so here we go. Credit to New York Post for all of this information. Jeff Bezos, $500 million real estate portfolio. See all of his luxury houses. All right, end of an era. Yep, he was recently divorced. He was worth about $150 billion at the time. He lost $36 billion to his ex-wife. Okay. All right, so first we have his units at 212 Fifth Avenue in Madison Square Park. So Jeff seems like he's on track to own the whole building here, because back in June of 2019, he bought the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th floors of this 24-story building. And then in 2020, he picked up the 20th floor for another $16 million. So in total, he owns about $96 million worth of connected apartments in this building. and there were some preliminary plans submitted to the city showing how he plans to combine the units. We've got some pictures here of the most recent purchase in the building, which it looks super nice and cozy, and the building does have some nice amenities like a gym and an observatory, but it'll be really interesting to see what he does with all of this space once the units are combined. So next we've got another portfolio of connected properties in New York, this time at 25 Central Park West. So this report is saying that Jeff owns 4 apartments in this building worth around $17 million in total. But I tried to fact check this, and it turns out it looks like that this might have some misinformation. I don't think that he actually owns any real estate in this building, so we'll move right on. So now we're in Washington, D.C. at 2320 through 2330 South Street, where Jeff bought this old textile museum for $23 million back in 2016, and then he went on to put $12 million into a renovation. There aren't any pictures of this one, but it's massive, again, at 27,000 square feet with 10 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and 11 fireplaces. Then the next one on our list is right across the street from the textile museum that we just looked at. So this one Jeff bought for $5 million back in 2020. There are a handful of pics of this one, and it's hard telling why he would have picked this property up to begin with, but my guess is that it's probably just a really expensive guest house for the other one that we just looked at. Then this next one's exciting. So this is the single biggest acquisition on our list today. This one Jeff also bought about a year and a half ago for $165 million in Beverly Hills. The house is surprisingly pretty small for the price tag at just over 12,000 square feet. It's got 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a koi pond, a huge dining room, what I'd consider a pretty dated style overall, but whatever, it's not my house, so who am I to judge? And for all we know, he might just tear it down anyway. Then the list just goes on and on, guys. So Jeff bought this Spanish-style home back in 2007 for almost $25 million, and then he later went on to buy the neighbor's estate in 2017 for $12.9 million. The story, from what I understand on this one, is he mainly just wanted that neighboring property just so that he could have a little bit more privacy for his main house. Must be nice whenever you've got that kind of money, right? You just buy the house next door. So moving out of California and now over to Texas, you'll find this ranch that Jeff Bezos bought in 2004 for what they say is an unknown amount. So this is a base for his space exploration company, Blue Origin, but there is actually a 4-bedroom home on the lot as well that was apparently heavily renovated prior to when Jeff bought it. And then last, we will round this out with one of the first homes that Jeff ever purchased, which is in Medina, Washington. So this is a 20,000 square foot property that he paid $10 million for in 1998, which was already sitting on a 5.3 acre lot, but apparently that wasn't big enough because in 2005 he spent another $50 million on a neighbor's property, and then in 2010 he spent another $28 million just renovating both homes. That means that he spent a total of $88 million all in on this ritzy Seattle suburb estate. It's crazy to think about one single person owning $500 million worth of real estate across the US, but what's even crazier is when you realize that that only represents a fraction of a percentage of Jeff Bezos' net worth. Whether you love Jeff Bezos or you hate him, he is undoubtedly one of the most iconic businessmen of all time. He continues to improve the Amazon experience for both his customers and his employees, and as he recently stepped down as CEO of Amazon, he continues to dump billions of dollars into his space exploration company Blue Origin, which just means that we are sure to be hearing more and more about this guy for the rest of our lives. If you enjoyed the video, just one more reminder to hit the like button down below for me before you go, and don't forget to click subscribe as well, because I'm posting new videos every week and I have some really exciting ones planned for the next couple of months here on my channel. But that's all I've got for you guys this time, so until next time, see ya!